Astonishingly Odd Podcast. Every Monday, 11:30 a.m. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go. It's the OWD family. We gon' do our thing.
Welcome back to the Astonishingly Odd Podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. If you're listening to us on audio platforms, we are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Spotify Podcasts. We are on Amazon, Deezer, Stitcher, all of that.
All that.
Yeah, dig. I go by the name of Astonish. And as y'all can see, I'm surrounded by my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we the three horsemen today, man. To the left of me, we got my man's Javito.
¿Qué onda? What up?
To the left of him, we got High Speed.
High speed.
Unfortunately, our brother Reap and our brother Chris.
Not unfortunately.
I mean,
They got lives.
They got lives, but you know the people want to
the
see them.
fans.
The
It's
people want to
unfortunate
see
for them.
them.
They tuned in to see Chris Hill and Reed.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. You know, everybody got their favorites now. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's we in enough podcast episodes for people to have a favorite. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know, when you watch Power Rangers, you had a favorite. What was your favorite Power Ranger?
Black Ranger. That's just great. Why would you ask me that with the Black Ranger all day?
Red
When
Ranger,
the
Black Ranger. I like the Red Ranger.
When the Yellow Ranger became a black girl, Yellow Ranger. I'm sorry, I'm riding with my people.
But before that, it was the Pink Ranger.
Oh Lord,
You know what I'm saying? People liked her like they like the Pink Starburst.
And like her, like Topanga. It was either her or Topanga that was like everybody's first crush.
Topanga.
Man, Topanga, man. Let's not
That
get
lady's
started with it.
still fine.
Yeah.
Lord.
But y'all know that the Black Ranger only had 4 fingers on one hand?
Is that true? I saw that. I didn't believe it though. I didn't look into it, but he
Hold
only
on,
has
hold
like,
on.
And I'll say 3 fingers because one is a thumb.
Hold
You
on.
know what I'm saying?
Hold
But
on. What?
Yeah, he got like a Ninja Turtle thing going on.
Is it like the pinky's missing or something?
No, it's one of them inside joints.
What? Is there a story behind how
I
you
saw a
lost
picture of it, but I was like, nah, that's like Photoshop.
I never knew that until I was watching, like, you know how you just fall into a rabbit hole on YouTube, and I've seen like him and I think the Blue Ranger, Billy, they was talking about how when they was coming to the second movie, they was trying to renegotiate the contract, and they all wasn't on the same terms. They didn't like the contract, so all of them agreed, we're not going to accept this contract. And down to the wire, the rest of them said, you know what, fuck it, we are going to take this contract. And so they got rid of them. They got
Billy and Zach?
Yeah, they got rid of Billy and Zach because they was the only ones that was trying to fight it. And they replaced their ass. But as they're sitting down and talking, I'm like, yo, this nigga only got 3 fingers.
Yo, fam is missing his middle finger. No bull.
He is.
It's like it's no bull.
Damn.
That's crazy.
He is. But I also, it also
Even
took,
on the glove, when he's
Even
got
on
the
the
damn
glove.
Power Ranger suit, he's missing the finger.
He's missing a finger,
They could have gave him the cold glove and shit.
But you know what?
When he morphs, he can't get a fucking finger.
No. But he can get a mastodon.
He can get a mastodon, a whole helmet, but not the finger.
Yeah, when it's morphin' time, I guess you don't need that finger, dog. I mean, Zordon didn't have a body.
But he was stuck in another dimension.
Damn, he's stuck in that portal.
And yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it took me a while to realize that DJ Paul had a little hand.
What?
Yeah, he does. You didn't know that?
Yes, I knew that from the beginning.
I mean, yeah.
Since 10 Club up there.
And that the Yin Yang twins got all type of little disabilities.
Oh, yeah.
They all got handicap stickers.
They definitely do. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Hey, shout out to them though, man. Shout out to them because the way that shout out to the videographers and stuff too because they angled it perfectly.
Yeah.
You know, DJ Paul, he was smart. He kept a little towel on him the whole time.
Yeah, he was carrying a little drink the whole time.
Oh, he had a sling on? You thought his arm was hurt? No, he got a small arm. I would
take my strong hand.
Don't do that to Paul. He was a legend, sir.
Take my strong hand.
I had a shorty at school that used to have that. I mean, when we, like, middle school, and he had, like, a brace around his, like, trying to make it grow or something. I don't know, but he had that little hand. Yeah. They were trying to, like, stretch it out, like the bone.
Yeah.
Like, buddy that went from, what was it, like, 5'7" to, like, 5'10". He stretched his knees out. I mean, his shins out. They was trying to do the same thing with Shorty arm, but he used to hurt because he didn't want to play with us, and he got a cage around his arm. It's like, why you out here trying to play sports? Because you bang us with that metal cage around your arm.
Yeah,
it hurt.
Stiff arm.
I got whacked with it a couple times playing basketball. Like, yo, you can't hoop with us no more. No, man.
And to everybody watching, listen, we not being insensitive,
Never.
but everybody gotta get these jokes, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I treat you like less than a human being if I'm not joking on you. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
And people could joke on me for all type of stuff. They do it on this podcast all the time.
The lies.
All the time.
Lies. Michael Jackson voice. Lies. Those are lies.
All right, but Javito, man, how was your week, bro?
It was a good week. Just worked this weekend. Actually went to Suenos Festival 2025. It's actually the first time I ever gone to the Suenos. It's been happening for 4 years now. And, man, got the whole weekend pass.
What? What do you think you are, like 25, bro?
I know, man. There was a lot of drunk people out there. I know y'all were making fun of me for going to the St. Patrick's thing. This is basically the same thing.
Oh.
No, it's a little
just with
different.
some flavor?
But it was a concert, though. It was an experience.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little different. See, the thing is, Speed, Javi is like playing catch up right now. You know what I'm saying? True. All of the things that we were able to do and stuff when he was trying to be responsible. Like, we been there and done all of that. That's why we looking at it like, yo, you ain't tired? He playing catch up right now. You know, so I ain't mad at it, man.
Let me be quiet like we wasn't in Texas losing our mind for like 3 years straight.
Going stupid. Hey, shout out my man's DJ Damnage too, because he was over there at Suenos too. I wish I would have known it. Because I probably could have got you some further little access.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a cool.
We definitely ain't even look into that because we be knowing people that had them artist passes and staff passes and don't even be using them.
And DJ Sin was working at Sensei.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, I remember we talked to him about that, if he was going to be there.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he was working there. I don't know why you ain't hit him up.
He said he was going to set up, though. I don't know.
Man.
I was doing my own thing. It was a big event. They got it's like the Taste of Chicago. They got like a street set up and just taco trucks and little freaking shenanigans with like hot sauce all over them and churro, cheesecake and beer. So many alcoholic beverages. It was just
Javi, we've been to all of those.
Yeah,
we know what they got there.
What
I'm saying is, you got to utilize your resources because you could have got like some little drink tickets. You could have got something popping.
Could have got an artist guest badge.
Yes.
Artist guest badge let you backstage.
Yo, man, why people hit me up? They should have.
No, you should have.
You should have, sir.
You knew Sin was going to be up over there. Like, come on, man.
I didn't even check.
So you said Sin going to be watching this like, come on, Javi.
Why you ain't tell me?
But it was cool, though. I saw a lot of the artists. I was excited to see Don Omar. He was like the originator of reggaeton music.
Right.
Him and Daddy Yankee and shit. So I like came up listening to him, and he was like doing the songs. And I was like, I mean, his performance, if I'll be honest with you, it was kind of like
5, 6, 7.
No, probably like a 7. But the songs be hitting because they're like classics.
Yeah, but how old is he?
Yeah, he's older now.
Hold on. Time out. It's like us watching Joel Santana do his thing. It'd be like, we know the song. It's like,
yeah, but
it ain't the same.
No,
it ain't the same.
No, man. It's just Joel's, man.
It ain't the same.
It is not, but like that's why you gotta respect somebody like a Jadakiss because the way the whole lots, but especially Jadakiss, because Jadakiss is just in rare form. Like,
you gonna hear him, you gonna see him, he gonna be articulate, he gonna move, it's entertaining.
What
it's
other artists from like older era?
Method Man and Redman.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Epic performances every time.
Oh my God.
They don't hold nothing back. I've seen Method Man and Redman probably like 3 or 4 times, and it was like a good 10-year span, and it was like the first time every time.
Bro, I opened up for Wu-Tang Clan at the Metro.
Yeah.
It was like it was the first biggest performance I've ever had, and it was a sold out Metro. And Wu-Tang fans, they don't want to see nothing but Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? So I was getting all of the preps before the show. They like, yo, hey, keep it simple. Just go in there, do what you got to do. Get up out of there. They don't want to see you. They want to see the Wu. So I'm nervous the whole time up there. But they actually showed us a bunch of love up there. It was good
music, brother. It's good music.
So that was a highlight. I'm like, oh, they fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool. But then when I got to see Wu-Tang, they came late too. So look, They sent Killer Priest out there
By himself?
and C. Ray Walls, right?
By themselves.
Actually, they sent C. Ray Walls first because that's a Wu affiliate. So they thought, okay, Wu's running late. We'll send a Wu-Tang affiliate up there and it'd be cool.
Yeah,
it was not cool.
This Chicago.
The crowd was like, nah, nigga. You not even Capadonna, my nigga.
For real.
Like, you not even you guy, bro. Like, nah, we not accepting this.
Nah.
So then they sent Killer Priest up there. And then it was a little bit more into Killer Priest. But they still was like, nigga, where is Wu-Tang?
Where's the rest of y'all?
And then Wu-Tang came and they did not disappoint. But also, bro, I seen Method Man walk on people like Jesus walking on water, bro. And
Stop
he's
this
a
line.
big dude.
Yeah.
And the crowd is holding. He's walking. He's not crowd surfing.
No, he's walking.
He's walking.
I've seen him do that
on the
shit.
crowd,
Yeah.
bro.
And they
It
hold
was
him
like,
up. And they hold him up. Let him walk back. And then let him walk again. Man.
I was like, man, that's crazy. So, what's up, man? What'd you do after Suenos?
Hit up a couple of after parties. Went to the bar. Lived that whole bar life.
Yeah.
Just kind of kept it going, man. My cousins. Shout out to my cousins. They don't speak very good English, but they still get it popping with the little English that they do know, and they know how to live it up. They drink way too much.
Had you out there like a rapper, huh?
They over here tossing money up like it's nothing. They don't even. I'm not gonna put their info out there, but they don't got it like that. But yet they're living that life.
And they came here to party.
Yeah,
you gotta understand they came here to party.
Shout out to them because whenever I'm in Mexico, they pretty much show me the same great time and shit. Put me in the spots. I'm more responsible with my shit. Where I'm like,
because you're a homeowner.
I like to consider my options, where the value's worth the fun and the time of night is, and all these little factors. They just don't give them. And they just go for it. They're here for tonight. We're here for a good time. Doesn't matter. Just get it popping. Be yourself. Get drunk. Whatever.
Yeah, cause you gotta respect those type of people because sometimes you thinking about your responsibilities will really kill the time.
Yeah,
at the moment.
Unfortunately, I probably was that buzzkill. I was probably the serious dude right there and shit. And we was at the bar and we were at by River North, and they ended up buying 2 bottles, and we had the whole fireworks thing and everything, and we had a table. I go to the bathroom. I come back and there's some random dude at the table. I was like, I grabbed my tequila, poured me a shot. He was like, "Hey, pour me a shot."
What?
I was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "This is my table."
Mother.
I was like,
I'm glad I wasn't there.
I was like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "Who you know from here?" He's like, "Everybody." I'm like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Pour me a shot." I'm like, why? Who are you?" He's like, "Come on, man, pour me a shot." I was like, "Nah, man." He's like, "Bro, come on, please."
I just said your table, mother.
I was like, "You know what, man? Just because you said please over me." It's like he started out like this big dude and shit, and then he was like, "Please." I was like, "All right, man, here." I didn't even pour him a shot. I just put it in his mouth like, "Here, man, open your mouth."
You did him like a thought drop,
like,
boy.
Here, take that shit. And he was like, "Thanks." And then whatever, I'm over here.
Treat like a thought drop.
That's crazy.
Oh my mama!
I walked over to my cousins and we just chilling and talking and shit. And then these girls come over and they're like, "Hey, that guy's taking more alcohol from you guys." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, bro, you cut off. Get out of here. You crossed the line. You got to get out of here. And he was like, "Oh." But I'm surprised there's people out there like that. They just kind of like randomly show up and shit.
What you mean? We call them bottle rats. We call them bottle rats. They see the bottles come out and they run and scurry to it. And you be looking like, "Shorty, where you come from?" Like, "Can I get a shot?" This
was a dude.
But the dude, bro, that's the worst kind of.
What you mean? He
dude
Master Splinter. Why you surprised? That's Master Splinter. If these bottle rats, that must be Master Splinter.
Yeah,
you a man?
You
Master Splinter.
It gotta be. That's crazy, bro. Because I could never imagine myself moving like that.
Right?
Like,
Why would I just like put myself out there like that? That shit's
somebody. They thirsty. They thirsted. They got to be thirsty. They thirsty as hell.
Damn, he was moving around the whole spot like that.
He was by himself too. I was like, because when I was like, "Who you with?"
Yeah, because ain't nobody claiming him. That's not my homie.
Because at first I was like, "I'm gonna beat this dude's ass probably," so I'm trying to figure out like who he's with.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he ain't with nobody. Get up.
Yeah, because you better than me. I was like, "Man, get your ass about my section, huh?
Yeah,
get your ass about my section."
It would have had to be. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, that's when you gotta get security to do that because you end up fighting a nigga, now you get put out that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no fighting. You gonna get your ass up out this section, bro.
Yeah.
Move around. Ain't even no finna be no fight. Go on and move around.
Yeah, I remember an infamous time when I had an altercation with a drunk guy, and and I was totally in the right for the situation. I still got put out the spot, and it turned into a whole little brawl situation.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I thought I was by myself, and then I looked up and I seen Speed was there. I said, "Oh, that's all I need." It was niggas jumping out the woodworks. I'm like, where did all these niggas come from?
You thought you were by
And
yourself.
it's just me, and I look up and I see Speed. I said, "Oh, that's all I need, bro.
What's poppin'?
That's it. What's
What's
going on,
poppin'?
man?"
Y'all niggas tough, huh? Motherfuckers be tough, boy. They be super tough. I don't understand.
Man. Speed, how was your week, bro?
Hell, let's move along.
Yeah,
It be like that sometimes.
yeah.
I don't got no words for it, but hell.
Hey, listen, man. Y'all know life. Y'all
Life
know
be
life
life.
be lifing like a motherfucker.
And this past 7 days, been ugly.
We ain't no different
But
than
I ain't
y'all,
go to
man.
jail. I ain't in the hospital. I made it to work every day, and I made it here. So
Yes,
I ain't
sir.
gonna complain.
Yes, sir.
I can't
man.
complain.
Yes, sir. That's how
I
you
can't
do
complain, but I ain't gonna complain.
it. Yeah. Why bother? Why bother?
What bother? All I'm gonna do is pray.
As for me, man, my week been cool, man. Got my fan back.
Yes, indeed.
Got my fan back, man. So it's been a beautiful thing.
And baby girl is so gorgeous. Oh my
Oh,
god.
thank you, man.
She is a blessing. She don't look nothing like her daddy.
Got it from my mama.
She cool, man. She real like mellow and chill vibe. Such a happy baby. You know what I'm saying? Where my son he super active, just running
Yo,
around, bouncing off the walls.
I
everywhere.
love his energy. I love his energy.
Yeah.
He want to see, he want to touch, he want to know what's going on. He want to ask you questions. I just love it.
Yeah, he curious about the world. I love that shit too. But I am glad that she's like a balance. Because if it was two of those, and maybe she'll get there. But
She definitely. You don't think he's gonna influence you?
Oh
Crazy.
yeah. I know.
She gonna be right behind him, right here, man. With her brother, acting a fool, getting on y'all nerves, boy.
Man,
I can guarantee it.
it's wilding. But other than that, man, I just been consumed with like just exploring the content and getting into photography and cinematography and just learning
Editing.
things, man. Editing. Learning new ways to improve things for y'all, you know.
Damn, and just do it independently, like we said.
Yeah,
Gosh.
man. And you know what the best part about it is when you feel like you have given like certain insight into things of how to progress, and when you actually put it into effect and it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it works, it's like, okay, man, I was saying this the whole time, but it feels so much better because we doing it for ourselves now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, you manifested it.
Yeah, man.
Like
So
accomplishing a goal.
it's been good to be productive. I feel like, you know, my life got real stagnant into just work and home life, and that was pretty much all it was. You know,
You need
it
a
wasn't.
positive outlet.
Yeah, it wasn't really like going out kicking it. I missed a whole bunch of little events with my friends and stuff like that, which I've been cool and content with because, you know, I've been focused on my family.
But nobody's tripping on that either.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're a real friend, you're not tripping on
no,
those
nobody,
small events.
and nobody has. You know what I'm saying? They all understand and respect it.
Exactly.
But this is something where I could still be productive, like I've always been in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And man, I just got the itch, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it feels good to like be motivated into learning certain skills that I know can be beneficial to us as well as myself, and just things I want to do on my free time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because everything ain't about making money, but
You got that drive, man. I have that
everything
too
is about
sometimes.
making money.
It's
at the
like
same time.
you got to discipline yourself to focus on something. A lot of people don't have that. They just kind of become stagnant and like, I am who I am. I can improve on this. But when you're like, I feel like I could do this, and then you just concentrate on it, do all the research, put in the work, and then you make it happen, you get that feeling of, even when you're going through that hard work, like, man, I don't know, this might be overwhelming. You got to like push yourself a little bit harder and be like, I could do it. And then when it actually happens, it's just like the greatest feeling.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. And I got like all the examples from all my friends, you know what I'm saying? Every single one of us is the same way. You know, I've seen all of y'all not know something and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because even if you didn't want to figure it out, or even if you didn't know, like, I'm gonna even be getting into this, you did it because it was beneficial to what we was doing. And you make it happen.
And it feels good to do it too. Like,
Yeah,
man,
for
I
sure,
can't believe
for
I
sure.
did that. It's dope.
For sure. But from the start, man, this is something that I believed in heavily.
Yes.
Just because I believe in us. You know what I'm saying? And that's first and foremost. And I know that where we could take this thing. And thank y'all for being on this journey with us, man. Because without y'all, I mean, we just 3 niggas in a camera. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And we shooting the club. We shooting the.
Hold on, this ain't Belly, bro.
Shoot the club.
Yeah. We shooting the
Stop it,
podcast
sir.
today.
Stop it.
We shooting the podcast.
You gonna be the one that don't take the car where I told you to take the damn car.
We shooting the podcast Club 520 style right now, just a wide angle. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Right,
3 of
right,
us,
right.
man. We don't need all of that.
Switching
You know what I'm
and
saying?
clicking.
Yeah, definitely, man. Our dogs ain't here, so
I
you
mean,
know what I'm
we
saying?
do need some interns. I'm just saying. If you
Definitely,
want to volunteer,
man, definitely.
send an email.
Hit us up, man. We got the links is in the description.
We
You know
get
what
the
I'm saying?
paperwork together and everything.
We ain't
you
hard
gonna,
to find.
you gonna get your credit hours, I promise you.
I know some of y'all in school, y'all need some little internship for your credits and stuff like that, man. Come on
Come
over
on,
to the
Chicago
pod,
Media
man.
School. Come on.
We'll sign off.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
Chicago Media School. Send them kids over here. We'll show them something for real. Oh, my mind.
Yes, sir. So before we get into this topic list, stay right there. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
The Astonishingly Odd Podcast. Every Monday, 11:30 a.m. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Astonishingly Odd Podcast. Now, I do want to address something, man.
What are we doing?
I put out a long form short, you know what I'm saying? The clip been getting around.
Yo, it's been doing numbers. I can't even be mad. It's been doing numbers.
It's been doing this thing.
I thank
man.
y'all. I thank all of y'all.
I thank y'all, but I seen some of y'all in the comments talking crazy.
Oh, come on.
Y'all,
let's
I
get it.
seen some of
Let's
y'all
get it.
talking crazy,
Let's
talking about
get
some y'all don't know music.
Whoa,
How y'all talking
whoa.
about Styles P like this?
What you
know what I'm
mean?
saying? First of all, if y'all didn't watch the whole clip, man, don't get in the comment section. Actually, do get in the comment section because it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
Help us out.
Let's debate it.
But the thing is, none of us was against Styles.
Never.
We was more against Jim Jones when it came to that. But if we talking about the whole purpose of that was through verses, right? And
Right.
through verses, y'all coming at us talking about y'all talking about commercial stuff or
No,
whatever.
we broke it down, though. It wasn't like we was just one lane with it. We broke it down. Mixtapes, albums, singles.
Everything, but understand that verses is more so commercial success.
Hits. All
Because
hits.
you're gonna have the general audience that's there. They're gonna be vibing off the songs that they know. Everybody not true diehards.
It's
whatever.
not a
Listen,
battle rap.
I'm a Holiday Styles fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in tune. You know what I'm saying? But like, that will only cater to me, and I can't add my bias into the equation when I'm talking about
And then
verses.
me, I'm a mixtape guy. I remember the mixtape era before we even got to the internet era, when you had to actually go get it, even if it was the bootleg mixtape.
bootleg
We was
CDs.
getting the mixtapes
Yep.
when it was the Snowman mixtapes, all that stuff. I had a lot of official mixtapes back then that I was promoting. So all that Jim Jones and all that stuff, like, yeah, I'm a big fan because I grew up in the era. If you didn't grow up in the era and you got something to say, I ain't gonna listen to you.
Yeah. But don't get it twisted, man. We
No.
mess with the locks. We
Always.
mess with Styles P.
Always.
Come on, man.
Chick Luch.
Chic Luch, come on, man.
The
Respect,
Ghost,
respect.
come on, stop it. Jada,
Yeah. Come on, man.
come
We
on, stop
even
it.
what's homie that was on D Block and then they had to kick him out because he
Oh, the
started
shorty.
talking- Yeah,
Yeah, the shorty.
It's
Damn.
Jay Quan. No.
No.
What's his name, bro? See, they gonna get on at us.
They gonna get on us for that.
No, come on.
And then the killer part was
J Hood.
J Hood.
Motherfuckers don't even know J Hood and shit.
J
Come on.
Hood.
J
Yeah,
Hood.
J
Come
Hood.
on,
How do you
man.
forget J
We was
Hood?
in high school and J Hood was popping just around the time that Rockefeller had Young Guns popping. And we
Yeah,
thought J
yeah.
Hood was going to be neck and neck with them because he had it.
And bro, I like out of all the groups that every group that had a little turmoil or whatever, you never see that with the locks. And the closest you got to see
Solid.
it was with J Hood because he got disrespectful on them, which I
Boy.
don't know why he did that.
No, and he said it himself. He was like, I should have handled that better. He like actually
Definitely
admitted
should've.
that he should have handled that better. When he was dragging that D block chain down the block, he was like, that was disrespectful as hell. And boy, it wasn't like you had a little chain. You had a big boy, heavy gold joint.
Yeah, bro, that's like career ending.
It ain't like
right
the shit
there.
y'all got now sounding like empty beer cans clinging together.
Yeah,
Jury so damn hollow.
Nah. Alright, man. Let's
Moissanite wearing niggas.
to the topic list, man. So Big Sean, Absol, and Joey Badass dropped a new freestyle. It was on
cold.
Red Bull did it. Which, man, Red Bull, give it up to Red Bull, man.
I will always give it to Red Bull.
Man, they do a lot of dope stuff, man, in all of the art forms.
Oh shit, y'all ain't know. Back in the day, I did something for Red Bull.
Nice.
You remember that? The hype man competition. And they let some nigga from like Australia win or something, and we was all looking at them like, what? Me and Clark Kent got into it. Rest in peace, Clark Kent. We ain't never been that, but it's cool.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about that, man. We bumped heads like twice, like one time here and one time in New York, and we just let it be. He ain't like the way I handle him. I ain't like the way he handled me, but he's still Clark Kent.
Yeah, and on top of that, even with the button of heads, man, it was still a respect there. Because you could have like disagreements with somebody, but as long as it's respectful, it'll always be cool.
Yeah.
So it wasn't no animosity after any of that. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't click. That's what I get, Clark. We didn't click, and we was cool with that.
And sometimes that happens, man. Everybody ain't meant to get along on every like level.
Especially
you know
when
what
you're
I'm saying?
working on something together. You gotta like.
But yeah, I did a Red Bull event too with my man Scheme that goes by Navarro now. Loop Theory, man. Shout out my homie. You know what I'm saying? I did a Red Bull event. Man, Red Bull, they set you up proper too, man. The venue had like a little Red Bull Pac-Man arcade machine in the green room and stuff. They had plenty Red Bulls for us to take.
Hold on. Remember we used to bring out I used to bring out the Red Bull girls?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Casey because she's still my homie. Casey used to bring out all the girls, all the Red Bull girls, bring out the little truck and everything to every event, to the basement, everything.
The little Mini Cooper?
Yeah. Casey and them used to come through, and I love them for that because they showed a lot of love, and she brought all the pretty. She at least bring like 4 girls with a Red Bull backpack, Red Bull Mini Coopers, everything to everything we did. They slid, and I love them for it.
Man, they don't do things like that.
Man, them girls made us official in the city, man.
Man, that was fire.
Like, where y'all get the Red Bull girls from? What you mean? These the homies, boy. They really be outside kicking it with us. They want to know where we at.
They were at Suenos this weekend.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, there you go. But what I did like about this freestyle is that like they was going at each other in the freestyle.
But it was
you know
good.
What I'm saying? And
it was
like,
sparring.
Yeah, it was sparring. It was fun. Like it was competitive. You know what I'm saying? Who do y'all think got the better of the three?
I like Big Sean's verse. I like that he started out. I saw like somebody decipher it, and he was like going in on the whole 666 thing, kind of like alluding to this whole Illuminati shit. And then on the 7th bar, he said that they try to discredit you for being black. And, and then it was like, he pretty much led up to it, and then he was just like, "And I'm just fucking with y'all," because it was just on the 7th bar, so it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, Absol.
Yeah, Absol, man.
Like, bro, just even Kendrick will say, "I would love to rap like him." And the way that man puts stuff together, it's like Lupe. If you're not paying attention and you don't understand, I don't know what to tell you.
You gotta pay attention to these bars.
You gotta learn something.
Right.
You gotta actually be saying something. You gotta study. I know y'all hate it, but if y'all want the trap rap, go to it. But if you want to hear the rap, got it. Got it. Joey is amazing. I'm not gonna take it from Joey. But Joey had a vendetta that night.
All of them did their thing.
Yes, indeed.
All of them did their thing.
Joey had a vendetta though.
It was respectful. I think anybody could go with any of those artists, and you got an argument. What I will say about Absol, he got a line, not in his freestyle, but he said, "The tortoise only makes progress when its neck sticks out." And I was like, for somebody to think like that, the tortoise only makes progress when its neck sticks out. It comes with a little bit of risk. But if you don't take that risk, you don't move. You have no motion. I'm like, man, this dude is different.
He's very different.
He's
very different. I sat in that car and listened to that album on my way home because it's like a 45 to hour minute ride, depending on traffic.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he on that Lupe. I got to look. I got to think. I got to figure out. I got to, pay attention.
Yeah, man. That's one of the ones
you got to pay attention.
you got to study that joint. You know what I'm saying? Which I do appreciate those, and I also have to balance that out with music that I don't have to think so much on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need a little 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah, you need some little Juicy J up in there.
Juicy J.
You know what I'm saying? But that leads us to, man, Joey Badass going against the whole West Coast right now.
Good
you
luck.
know what I'm saying? And all of the West Coast artists been like jumping down, which I feel like Joey Badass originally he was trying to call out Kendrick.
Oh yeah.
But Kendrick not gonna come out for that.
No.
Yeah, he like
no.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
so the bros gonna get at you.
So the bros been jumping down. All the artists, man, all the artists been jumping down. There's a guy named AZ Shike.
Yep.
He's the one that's on the Peekaboo song with Kendrick. And Joey Badass called him ass cheeks.
Wow, son. Wow. Wow, son.
Yeah, bro. Because listen, people don't really even know how to pronounce your name in general anyway, but now everybody gonna say ass
I see it. That's all I can see now.
Yeah.
Stop the slime. No,
that's crazy, bro.
Damn shame.
That's crazy. Daylight jumped out and dissed them.
Yeah,
Reason.
We're not taking Daylight's daylight. So.
But a lot of people didn't. They thought Daylight got a little too introspective. I mean, he's a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying?
You got to pay attention to the words.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to the words. That's why I do respect what Kendrick did, because he did all his diss records to arguably like the biggest rapper of this generation.
To Aubrey.
Yeah, like he had so many elements. He had joints that made you think about something, and he dumbed it down.
He had joints that made him think about something.
Yeah, he was that boy
questioning himself.
That boy still deep in thought.
You said a song or video in a minute, y'all. Boy, y'all still waiting for Aubrey to come out with something.
Hey, bro. He literally did the same thing. He put Aubrey in the same mindset that 50 put Ja Rule in. Like, where you just didn't know how to act anymore.
Oh, no, I knew how to act. He could be a womanizer and he could sing. But when you do that gangbanging, and you ain't from a gangbang city, you ain't from the hood, boy, I could never.
Yeah, but when somebody throw off your whole focus, like,
oh no, he threw off his whole equilibrium.
His whole thing, bro. Like Aubrey still
cut his hair and
to,
everything.
He's still struggling to get back from that. What was that? You heard that?
What was that?
I heard something.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
What?
Listen,
we out
bro.
west. We out west.
We got the thing.
You got the thing.
My book bag over there. My book bag over there.
Hey, come through that door if you want to. we gonna stand our ground. It's not even a stand our ground state. But you walk through these doors, hey, you gonna be on the ground. Shout out to Joey Badass, because he getting jumped right now and he's still holding it down. You know what I'm saying?
Run the fade.
I love to see a good battle or whatever, but I will say I kind of really don't care about this thing anyway. Neither. You know what I'm saying?
If you think that Kenny is gonna come out and say something, Kenny is not.
He's not.
Kenny's not.
Good try.
It's good. It's good. It's a good try, but Kenny's not. If you can't beat Ab, Kenny's not gonna do it.
He's fishing.
You can't beat Ab.
Okay, so let's get into something I wanted to talk about, which is these NBA playoffs, right?
Okay. Yeah. This money grab? Because it's a money grab. I told y'all, boy.
So we got the Western Conference Finals. We got the Eastern Conference Finals. Whose team is still in there? Reap and Chris Ill, they said OKC. OKC is still in there. They up 2-1 against Minnesota.
Damn.
Speed, you didn't pick a team. You weren't there that day.
Boy, in Chicago, I don't give a fuck.
That's what Chris said too. Chris
said Chicago, I don't care.
I said Denver.
I definitely ain't right with
Denver. They went up out of here. Who was your East Coast team? Boston?
Probably the Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks, yeah. Yeah.
I like Antetokounmpo.
You totally up out of there. I said Lakers, and they up
Lakers and 5.
And then my East Coast pick was the Knicks.
Yeah,
the Knicks is still there.
Yo, the Knicks is actually whooping, and I like to see them play.
Oh, it's such a good playoff series.
When they played Detroit, it was smacking. Now they playing the Pacers. It's smacking. Like they playing ball.
It's good
It
basketball.
feel like 98, 2000
all that
basketball.
shit we were talking about the NBA now, it's like, damn, they're showing up. They're showing up. We're like, oh, you know what? It's back.
I saw an announcer yesterday was like, "That's a foul." This whole time they've been playing, that's a foul, and I'm like, "Bro, he just leaned in on him and they called a foul." And I was like, "They're gonna rest with the money grab. They're trying to stretch it out for the money."
They see that they got 4 new teams that haven't won the championship in a while, so it's fresh. It's like this is what we needed: life, new life.
And the Knicks never have beaten the Pacers at home. And ta-da!
We talk about that Pacers game where Halliburton put out the damn Reggie Miller choke. It was I hated Reggie Miller so much, but seeing him do that, and I don't care for Indiana at all, but I could see. I'm happy for Indiana that he did that. That shit was so dope.
I don't like Indiana. Never will like Indiana. Cheryl Miller is the best thing that ever happened to the Miller family. Reggie, if you can beat your sister, we'd like to see it, you bum.
But that's good TV.
He can't. He missed that. He can't beat his sister.
His sister should have been in the NBA, not him. I'm sorry. I'm from Chicago. We never liked you. We love your sister.
Equality.
Hey, listen, they didn't have a WNBA.
She didn't need to be in the WNBA. Put her in the NBA and watch how she's maul niggas.
Yeah.
She'll maul. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Cheryl is really...
She's really
that.
She the real deal. She the real deal. I would have loved to see that, man. I wish that she had a career outside of a collegiate career. But man, so out of these picks, something that's interesting to me is we can't go back in the days because we was on a whole nother network at the time. But when we was on that network, me and Javi had a little feud, man. We had a little feud.
That's right. And
we had a feud that stemmed over
a trade
that happened in the offseason.
And you were just shitting on my mans.
But they both still here in the playoffs.
Here we go.
So we have Julius Randle.
Exactly.
And we have Karl Anthony Towns, right?
Proving that it was an equal trade.
I mean, I guess, but who's shining more?
Karl Anthony.
But I will say that he's giving your point a little credence. You know what I'm saying?
He is necessary for the team.
Yeah, I mean he is. He gotta be, but he's had some nights off. He's had some nights off.
Yeah.
Which Karl Anthony Towns has been kind of balling this for this playoffs. And I give it to him because he's got kind of showing another side to him that he never even really showed like that when he was in Minnesota.
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing for a while now.
I think the trades worked for both because even though I called Dante DiVincenzo a bag of chips, and which I wasn't trying to disrespect the man, I was just playing around. You know what I'm saying? I know he's that boy too, but
he got traded for a bag of chips.
But Dante DiVincenzo has been a great addition for them as well. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's so interesting that at the start of this season, when we had this feud going, that these two particular individuals are still here to talk about to this point. You know what I'm saying? And they both are in the same exact predicament because they're both down 2-1.
They're going to settle our beef, hopefully. Whoever wins the championship is basically going to determine the outcome of our argument. Which was the better trade?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. They both might be up out of here.
That's a possibility.
Which out of this whole NBA playoffs, I feel like the player that's been like the most consistent throughout has been Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
Like he's been just going crazy, bro, consistently. And I'll say Jalen Brunson has been too. But I just feel like Tyrese Halliburton kind of got a little edge over him. And with shout out to Tyler.
He's slightly of a better player.
Shout out who?
Halliburton and Brunson.
No, he's not, bro.
I think so.
No, he's not.
He's got more. I mean,
no, he's not.
Brunson is more of a drive in, get the shot done somehow, make it happen. But Halliburton got just better finesse. He's got the skill. He's got more poise.
Look, Tyrese Halliburton gets more of his team involved. He doesn't have to be the lead scorer. He distributes. He's nice, though. You know what I'm saying? People need to put more respect on his name. I'm not trying to slight him by saying Jalen Brunson is a better player, but it just is what it is. Like, he's the clutch player of the year as well. You know what I'm saying? But Tyrese Halliburton, bro, like that dude is amazing. And the fact that so many people passed up on him and the Sacramento Kings just gave him away pretty much to the Pacers.
Salty.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. He doing his thing. So yeah, I'm happy for them and what they doing. But I'm with Speed, man. Forget Indiana, bro. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
bro.
Knicks. I mean, we got
Knicks and 6.
Knicks and 6.
Chicago's room for the Knicks for obvious reasons.
Well, you know we're not gonna root for no damn Indiana. What's in Indiana? Show me what's in Indiana. Huh? What can you say you go to Indiana for, bro?
Fireworks.
We want Thibodeau to get that
Fireworks.
too.
That's it.
To buy fireworks, not even to watch them. We got
Fireworks.
We got fireworks shows.
We got people here that make them.
I thought on the other side of things, I thought that Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves were gonna put forth a better effort. I will say that last game that they won, they did their thing. They blew them boys out. So did the Knicks. But they both them teams did what they had to do. Because if they both went down 3-0, it was wraps for both of them. How do y'all feel about an OKC versus Pacers finals though? Small market event.
I mean, I
Sir.
OKC.
Sir.
You know what?
Whack. Let's go fuck.
I would watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's a good game.
It's gotta be a good game. It has to be a good game.
I think the teams are good enough where, like, if you're a basketball fan, it's going to be a good watch.
Look, go ahead and OKC or Indiana, go ahead and get that chip. But
I mean, who's the only team that don't got a chip? What, Minnesota? OKC won when they were Seattle.
Yeah.
The Knicks haven't
won as OKC, though. They won as Seattle Supersonics.
When the last time Indiana got one?
Indiana got one way back. Way back.
What's way back, bro?
I can't even remember.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah. When is it? You looking it up? You read for today?
I'll do what Reed does. They did win 3 American Basketball Association championships.
Okay,
before it was the NBA.
Before the merger.
Back in 1970.
Hey, Indiana, go ahead and win this one, and we could possibly stop talking about it.
The Knicks won in 73.
This is the last time?
Yes.
Are you
the Knicks?
serious?
The last chip that the Knicks won was in 73.
That was with the NBA.
Yes, that was with the NBA.
So,
and that was a year before women could have their own bank account.
So hold on, son. So everybody is trying to get a chip that ain't got a chip in like 50 years.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is the year of the underdog?
But the Minnesota Timberwolves have never won.
Never.
In franchise history.
Never.
Not even ABA.
Never.
Oh, Lord. So this is the year of the underdog. New York are the most popular, but they still are underdog when it comes to championships.
I'm rooting for New York to win it all. I like the Knicks team.
Yeah, hey, look, prayers up to Jason Tatum, man, who suffered an injury in that last series. But I knew them boys wasn't gonna go back to back. You know,
yeah.
I knew they wasn't, just because I didn't wholeheartedly believe in that team last year when they won it. You know what I'm saying?
They were killing it though.
Yeah, they was killing it. They was killing it. It's like one of those things where, like, y'all doing y'all thing, but y'all be choking in the end. That was their main thing up until they won the chip. They always choked in the end. And I didn't think that they got that smut off their name just because they won that chip last year.
I'll give it to them. I think they proved themselves. But
no, because you have to do it again. So what would prove to me?
Injuries, though.
Yeah,
injuries. Look at Golden State. Golden State had injuries. Everybody's looking at that like.
Golden State don't have a team, Javi.
Yeah, but.
They got Curry and Jimmy Butler. And they have
should be enough.
They have a
that's not enough.
No, they have an unhinged Draymond.
They got Draymond.
Draymond's not the same Draymond.
Taking down mugs, playing defense.
No, he's a great defensive player, but now he does more than just play defense. Yeah, he's trying to whoop niggas too.
He's like just the whole thing clicked.
Kicking people.
Boy,
he gets it done.
Has he been hanging out with Rodman or something?
Like,
could somebody explain it?
He put Rudy Gobert in a full Nelson.
Like, bro, what are you doing out here?
He put him in a cross-faced chicken wing.
Look.
Hey, come on, dog. And now he's saying, no, they trying to paint me out to be an angry black man.
No, sir. You're angry. You're an angry nigga, okay? In my Uncle Ruckus voice, you're an angry nigga.
Yo, Speed, I said last podcast, I said, nah, the angry black man is Isaiah Stewart. That nigga, don't piss him off. You see him going after LeBron. That nigga's crazy. He's mad. He's mad for real.
LeBron is a damn giant. Why would you go after him, sir? He's a freak of nature.
And he's still, until further notice, he's still the face of the league. Like, nobody's going to let you get away with that.
No.
He's trying to crash out.
But then why would you do that? Do you see how big that boy is?
He's a crash out.
LeBron is... No, look, pause, no homo. That boy... No, man, hey.
Yeah, so I just thought it was ironic that out of me and Hobby's feud, these niggas are still up there.
Yeah, they still getting it popping. We never thought that. We never thought we'd see these low-ranking, well, to us in our day, these low-ranking teams be fighting for a chip. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I like it that, I think for like the past however many years, it's been a new champion every year. The past like 7 years or something like that.
Yeah.
And don't quote me on that. I don't know how long it's been, but I know it's been somewhere upwards of that number. So sticking to like NBA related news. So they had a NBA game that Joe Budden went to, right?
Oh yeah.
And Joe Budden and 50 Cent had, just so happened to be getting into these little war of words across the internet.
Yeah.
And it just so happens, who is sitting right in front of Joe Budden? Well, 50 Cent and Fat Joe. So they chilling there, and he in the seats behind them. Joe Budden went on the podcast and said, once 50 Cent realized Joe Budden was behind him, they kind of talked a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Everything was cool, whatever. But, Fat Joe and Jadakiss have a podcast now. It's called Joe and Jada. Mm-hmm. And on the podcast, he was like, Fat Joe said, man, you gotta be careful how you maneuver out here, especially when you're in beef with people, because you might end up in the Joe Budden seats. You know what I'm saying? So you might.
He said he paid $54,000 so he doesn't end up like somewhere in back, because you never know. Your ops might be there.
Your ops is there. Now your ops got better seats than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't end up in the Joe Budden seats.
Yo,
that was foul. That was
petty.
Which was a great tactic, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a new podcast. If you're trying to develop some traction, you go at the number one podcast. He got Joe Budden to respond. And he said, look, I come with love towards Fat Joe. Like I fool with him. That's bro. But I just need to know what he means by Joe Budden seats, because you could never, with my bank account, you could never talk about what seats I'm in. He said, I could be outside the arena on a mobile phone, and you can't talk about the seats that I'm in, because my bank account is way bigger than y'all's. And he can't say y'all's because I don't think he got more money than 50. You cannot say
you got more money than 50.
Yeah. No, then 50 just buy like some land in
Atlanta?
No, in Louisiana somewhere.
Louisiana, and did the you're right, Louisiana, and he opened up the studio down at Junior Studio.
Yeah.
He's coming for Tyler Perry's spot with that land.
Yeah,
you can try, but different. You can try, but he trying to come for Tyler Perry's spot. Like,
so then look, the next episode of the Fat Joe and Jada shit, Jada said, man, I was gonna go to the game, man, but I couldn't even do it because I didn't want to get the Joe Budden.
Yo, these niggas is petty, bro.
That's the thing now. Yo, those seats ain't even that bad. They're like second row.
That's what Jada
cost was about the same, probably.
I thought I was the man in the seventh row behind the damn basketball rim.
Hey, I cursed out Jesse Jackson. Last time wasn't going to a goblin, bro. Like, but Jadakiss was saying the whole time, like the first time Fat Joe brought it up, he was like, bro, if 50 Cent didn't come to that game, Joe Budden would have had great seats. Those are great seats. But he said, Fat Joe was like, damn, I stopped you from going to the game. He's like, yeah, man, because you kept talking about the Joe Budden seats. I couldn't be in the Joe Budden seats after that.
He was going to be way behind that. He was probably going to get like the 7th row and shit. He was like, damn, they're going to be the Jadakiss.
Well, I was in the 7th row, and I thought it was amazing. Right behind the basketball hoop. I cursed out Jesse Jackson and everything. It was a beautiful time.
What? Nah, man, your feet gotta touch your feet gotta touch the hardwood, man.
Hey, you ever touched the 7th row behind the basket?
What Pusha T say? Seats close enough to trip Coach?
I didn't sell cocaine, sir. Okay. I didn't sell cocaine. I can't do that. Okay. Maybe
Hey,
heroin.
listen, I'll take them Joe Budden seats any day. Man.
I'll take them any day.
Any day.
Jesse
bro.
Jackson was in the third row, and I'm still cursing him out.
I've actually had the Joe Budden seats. They're really great.
The second seat? The second row?
Back when D Rose was playing.
Yeah.
Damn. I had them seats.
I had the seventh row when it was like his second season or something, and I thought I was an amazing seat.
I was right behind D Rose.
Yo, I want Joe Budden seats. Let me get some.
I'll take the Joe Budden seats.
Let me get some Joe Budden seats.
Yeah, I'll take them.
I'll take the Jesse Jackson seats.
Sticking on sports since we here, right? Since we here, man. Aiden Ross, he threw a boxing event. Had a lot of people at this event. A lot of celebrities come out. Charleston White was there. Whole bunch of people. He was streaming the whole thing. They ended up having some altercation that popped off that involved Antonio Brown. And I will say, man, what's his name? Poetic Flacco?
Yeah.
He been doing a whole lot of FBI work. Like this guy's working.
Why y'all be letting these outside niggas talk about like I don't get it. They're worse than TMZ.
Bro,
Flacco,
they pulling up clips with different angles. He like, look it, he got the blicky. He pulls it out right now.
Yo,
so basically,
shut your bitch.
So basically, Antonio Brown got into it with somebody. He actually got into it with the same dude that at the Kendrick Lamar halftime show was holding up the Free Gaza flag
with his goofy ass.
Yeah, and got tackled. It was that dude. I guess he's like some type of
I feel like he an antagonizer, bro. He's antagonizing. I don't understand why nobody ain't slap the shit out of him. Don't hit him. Just slap him. Open hand palm. Lick your hand when you do it. Bop his ass.
So he was trying to have a conversation with Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was not trying to have the conversation. So they end up putting hands and feet on him. So during this process, then they start trying to break it up. Then the guy's moving. He's trying to get away to another area. And some of Antonio Brown's crew, they're still chasing after him. After they got security there trying to push him back too, so the guy's trying to get up out of there.
What did he say?
Antonio Brown runs back over there with the secret special footage angles that Poetic Flacco is shooting
with his FBI ass.
Yeah, he got all of the good angles.
Oh, in the house, in my mama basement ass nigga.
He paused it on the exact moment. He's like,
"See what I'm talking about? Like, get your ass out of here, bro!
Look at what's in his hand right now. You see, he got the tool.
Did he circle it and highlight it too? Did he enhance it like CIS? Bitch ass nigga.
And then you don't see him fire off shots, but you hear shots shortly after.
Yeah, we heard that.
So Antonio Brown got detained momentarily. Then they end up letting him go. My thing is, if the police detained him and then let him go, obviously he didn't have a firearm on him at that time, which I don't know. Somebody else could have.
Hey, don't forget the Source Awards with what was that, Onyx?
Yeah,
you ain't see that no more. They couldn't even figure it out.
Yeah,
Poetic Flacco is not from that, and I don't understand why y'all let
for that shit.
I don't understand why y'all let people that's not from that speak on that. I will never understand it. You bring your goofball ass into a situation, or you put yourself into a situation, and then we know you not from that, and then you speak on that, and if a nigga from that come see you and they get down on you, now they wrong because you pussy, you soft. Oh, just shut up and stay in your lane. Keep doing TMZ work or something, but stop talking on stuff that you might have to see somebody in. And they might put hands and feet on you. They ain't even got to need no blick because you soft. You Pillsbury soft. We can see it in you. Looking ass nigga.
I just don't trust fat people that be walking around barefoot on cement.
I'm not trusting no
I don't.
nigga that's
you know them ankles is ashy.
You not from that set, just shut up. Because in the streets, you not from over there,
it.
But you over there?
Yeah, but Poetic Flacco, he knows that he not cut from that cloth.
No, that nigga's Pillsbury.
But, bro, that's the no jumper cloth, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I forgot he from over there.
Yeah,
because they ain't got no jumper. Man. They not jumping nobody. They got security.
Man.
Could I just say right now, AI just kind of took over the whole game right now, where they're actually making, I don't know if y'all seen these videos, but they're able to reproduce voices now and like
they've been able to
whole movies. Yeah, but it's like, I think like 3 days ago, you cannot believe anything on the internet right now. They could just make a video of people that don't even exist doing things that never happened, and they are totally going to just manipulate. Something's going to happen where they're going to pretty much push it on the internet, and it never happened, and people are going to believe it.
And nobody pays attention to Black Mirror.
That's what I'm saying.
Black Mirror shows you
everything's
everything.
About to turn into Black Mirror.
Black Mirror
now,
shows you everything, and y'all still running around here with your Ray-Ban glasses, with your Google goggles and your Apple goggles, and I'm just waiting for somebody to get the implant right here.
They're getting them. That's what Elon Musk was working on.
For y'all to get the implant right here. You running around here with your eyes cloudy, not paying attention to what's going on. Yo, go ahead and be a dummy.
Don't believe anything.
Get the mark of the beast.
Internet. Starting from like 3 days ago, everything on the internet, don't believe any of it. It's over. Whatever you see on your phone, it probably didn't happen.
Yeah, you got all type of little sounds happening. Like,
yo, I'm about to. Yo, we gotta go outside. Get the shit. So we gotta go outside and see what's really popping.
Unless somebody, hold on, did somebody hit us up?
I hope not, because bro, that sounds like something else. I thought we were in a great neighborhood. I mean, you have these mini mansions around here.
Not on my phone.
I'm a little concerned now. Is we on my block?
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see. I'm like, man, did one of the homies pull up and I ain't know? Like, let me see. I have to check my messages.
I ain't getting no messages either. Should we take a break and check the block?
Hey, listen. We gotta do security detail right now.
I'm finna step outside.
You know what I'm saying? Check. So we'll be right back after these messages. Yeah. If some Antonio Brown shit happen, don't poetic flock of us, my nigga.
It won't be recorded, so you can tell the FBI with your pussy fat boy.
We'll be back, man. Stay tuned. So when I turned 21, my cousin got married on my 21st birthday. His anniversary is my birthday.
Is that weird to you?
Nah, it's not. But he kind of felt bad about it, right? So he was like, hey, look, Dre, I know it's your 21st birthday, and I kind of feel bad that we decided to do this on this day, but guess what? We finna get you laced up. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
So they had the open bar. And they just kept bringing me drinks. I ain't even know what the names of these drinks was.
Yeah,
they
just drinking stuff. You drinking Long Island iced teas.
They just kept them coming. Everybody didn't drink before they was 21.
Yeah.
But up until this, I probably never had drank like I was drinking on this night. Because they just kept bringing them.
Like is this worse than your hair in the toilet night?
I'm about to say your hair unit was in the toilet,
bro. He had braids that came down like Drake braids was like past his shoulder, and he's leaning in there throwing up, and I'm like, bro, your hair in the toilet.
But that, like, I was still like an amateur to that. I was a smoker. I never was a drinker like that.
Definitely.
So yeah, that day, and there's a couple more days that's being know about. I didn't. Thank God I did not have one of those nights. Yo, welcome back to the Astonishingly Odd podcast. The coast is clear, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that was trying to get up in here,
trying to get on the podcast, man. Like,
guess what?
We're in a secret location for a reason.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you don't want none of these problems. They probably heard. They said, "Oh, them niggas mean business."
No.
Hey Gary, if that was you, my nigga, come on, man. You taking it too
far. No. Well, I call Gary. I think I still got Gary's number for real. In real life, I know who Gary is. And when I figured it out, I was like, "Oh, it's Gary Andrews. I know who bro is. Like that's man. My homie."
Hey, shout out Gary once again.
Shout out Gary.
Gary sent me pictures of his old school van, man. That he had decked out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We always support Gary up over here
all
at the pod because Gary always support us. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie.
That's my ex co-worker. He's a good dude, man. Cool dude.
Yes, sir. So getting back into these topics, man. The Diddy trial, man.
Oh Lord.
It's a lot of things going into the Diddy trial. You know, Cassie testified up there. And you know what? I really don't think that having her really supported the case so much. You know what I'm saying? We found out that she was doing freak offs without Diddy.
Was she? I didn't see that.
Yes, bro. She was having freak offs when Diddy wasn't even there.
About that is you got to keep in consideration that she was 18 when she got discovered, and he had like this whole.
You want to talk about it? Because let's talk about Ryan Leslie then. Because
hold on, what Ryan do?
Ryan Leslie was with her before Diddy.
Yeah,
so
you're
saying
right.
That she was
that's
18.
How the first song comes about.
Yes,
because
and
Ryan Leslie wrote that. Yeah,
Ryan Leslie was trying to get a joint venture deal with Bad Boy. through whatever his imprint was.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was in a relationship with Cassie. So if
Yeah.
you're saying that the Diddy stuff and she was 18 at the time, well, how old was she when she was with Ryan Leslie?
So that's probably gonna get him locked up.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And no poetic,
but what
no poetic Flacco. But the thing is, if you're trying to throw a smut on there, hey, I mean,
No, but what I'm saying is,
throwing no smut on smut.
yeah, that's pretty terrible too. But Diddy got way more power, and she pretty much. What I'm saying is that he kind of molded her, probably.
Definitely, because Ryan Leslie was writing a bunch of songs for Bad Boy at the time.
Yeah,
He wrote Cassie's song.
Like she probably did.
But I when it's an adult and you're saying that you molded an adult, she was of legal age limit. Then
it's hard to prove. I'm going to say this
Hold on.
because it's going to be hard to prove whether or not she like voluntarily. Because it's like
no,
did
she said that.
Did she enjoy it?
She said she
Or was she
enjoyed it
kind of-
sometimes.
But
But
was
she-
she bred to do that?
She said, well, I mean, that's the case, but
That's another.
you're talking
It's
about
hard to prove that though. It's hard to
but
prove
you're
that.
talking about an adult. You know what I'm
An
saying?
18-year-old.
That's an adult. and
But brother,
Nah.
Dre at 18 was not Dre at 25.
no, I
Dre
understand
at
that.
25 is not Dre at 35.
I understand that, but when you're talking about in legal terms, bro,
Legally, if we're gonna stick to legally,
like I just
You're
don't,
right.
I
The
just
cases
don't
are there.
look at it the same way. Oh, I got this adult to do certain things that she ended up enjoying after a while, but she said she didn't enjoy it every time. Sometimes she was just doing
Right.
it,
and that's us.
but
Basic relationship.
she was having freak offs without Diddy.
That makes that kind of
You know what I'm
But
saying?
makes it seem like she
The whole
wants
thing
to.
I just heard was consent.
The other thing
Yes.
is
All I heard was consent.
you can't.
That's what I'm saying. So like the argument weakens at that point.
I can't say.
And you can't arrest this mother for being freaky.
Okay.
I mean, he's just a freaky ass dude and shit. So
Over,
that's not illegal. It's not illegal.
So
It's
what
not
what they're trying to do is say that it was sex trafficking because he was flying people in. But
he's a freaky ass dude.
But Diddy wasn't handing off the money. Sometimes Cassie was paying them.
Oh.
She was giving them the bread.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
But my brother, if it's a pimping out, you know.
You know?
Okay.
So I'm just
I mean-
saying, bro. Another thing, they had Kid Cudi come in there and
that was fun.
testify as
That was
well.
interesting.
Yo, that was wild.
He
For them to
came
go
in-
through that man's house,
And open
lock
up his
his
Christmas
dog
presents.
in the bathroom.
The bathroom was the dog was never the same after that.
You traumatized that little dog,
I don't
man.
know what he did to him, but that
So
dog.
to give the audience context, man, when Cudi wasn't at home, somebody entered his crib,
Right,
opened up his Christmas presents,
right. Chanel
Lock-
bags and everything.
locked the dog in the bathroom. You know what I'm
And
saying?
the dog wasn't the same after that.
All to show Kid Cudi, like,
I could get in.
yeah, we right here. And Cassie was the one that gave Diddy the address. But you still have to prove that it was Diddy that did all of that. You know what I'm saying?
You can't, because even Cudi said, like, my cameras was moved and then cut off. They was moved in directions that they would never end, and then they cut them off.
No.
And then they came in the crib, rummaged through some stuff. Didn't even take anything. He said they rummaged through it.
Yeah. They was trying to...
And somebody dropped a Molotov cocktail in his car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cut
so
the
they
roof open on the Porsche.
Yeah, so they were saying they blew up the car. They really didn't blow up the car.
Nah,
they
they
just...
Molotov
I mean,
cocktail.
if the shit caught fire, that shit blew up.
Yeah, but
Let
it's
me
not
see how
blowing
you
up.
feel. You come outside there, Porsche
Nah,
911
yeah,
on fire.
Cars on
I'll
fire,
cry.
it blew up.
I cry. You seen a grown man cry? You see it that day. I cry, bro. Another thing they said was Kid Cudi said that Cassie was playing both of them. She said that when she approached him, she said she was through with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? That
But,
she,
yeah.
and then that, like she was playing both sides. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. It's like, was Diddy's power over her that great? But you can't really prove that.
Yeah.
It's like that's a business decision at that
It's
point
a
where she
slippery
was
slope,
like,
but
yeah.
they was together. They was in a relationship. It wasn't like he was just trying to hold it. Like, if you don't do this, I'm not gonna end your career. Type
He
of
could
thing.
though. He could.
Yeah, he could, but it's a different situation when you're in a relationship. Like,
Sir,
so
do
look,
we know if he did or did not say that?
It's hard to prove. It's just
yeah,
so-
but when you're in a relationship, I view it differently. So, like Harvey Weinstein, right? He was like, if you don't sleep with me, you're not gonna get this role,
Right.
But y'all not in a relationship, so it's kind of different, right? It's a slippery slope because it's like, can you sexually assault a woman that you're in a relationship with?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. But it's you have to know the details to really know that that's what happened. You
like
know
the
what I'm
Shannon
saying?
Sharp, we didn't know what was going on. Then we found out it was like, you participating in this, shorty.
Yeah.
So the way he's
Yeah.
talking to you isn't foul.
Yeah.
It's part of the kink.
I just don't think that it's everything that the feds brought it out to be original. And it's still a whole lot of case left. So
at this point, they're just airing out his dirty laundry to freaking discredit him and just to ruin him.
Yeah, and they brought out all the pictures of the male escorts.
Yeah.
they came. Yo, there was like no type when it came to that. It was just it was all across the board.
It was smorgasbords of wieners.
And I'm sure they're gonna bring all of them up to testify as well.
It was several different sausages on that smorgasbord. It's wild.
But a kind of something that I didn't predict to go on in this case was they threw Lauren London in this case.
Yeah, my heart broke when I heard that.
Wild.
I was like, not Lauren.
And so she's set to testify in trial, but I supposedly while Lauren London was still with Nip and everything.
Don't say that, please.
She was letting the diddler.
No, man, why?
Get a little diddly.
That's terrible. I don't know what's going on in that world though. It's the whole showbiz thing.
And this is alleged, man. I haven't heard nothing come out of her mouth in regards to this, so we just have hearsay.
So it's like
we'll see when she testifies.
I'm not putting nothing past nobody right now because of all the stuff that's coming out. Because the stuff Diddy did was wild.
It's crazy. And the thing is, Lauren London was best friends with Cassie at this time, so it makes sense. It falls in line. You know what I'm saying? But
bro, can you imagine though?
And the thing that's so crazy is,
bro, somebody would have been, both of them would have been pregnant that night. You give me Cassie and Lauren. I've seen Cassie in person. But Cassie and Lauren, they both pregnant that night. I'm not sorry.
Man, it's a damn shame, man.
It's wild.
Man, but
how could you have that much
power?
Love? No, forget the love and beauty in the room and just mistreat the whole thing.
Yeah, and that's the one thing, bro. That's the one thing. That's how abusive Diddy was with Cassie and stuff, and seeing like
him clap her ears together,
her pictures, all of the marks, the bruises, the gash over her eyes, stuff like that. Man, like it's crazy, bro. Like no man should ever do nothing like that. Like that's wilding. But what's extra devious is I know when Nipsey was working on the Marathon album,
right?
Victory Lap, actually. Victory Lap. When he was working on Victory Lap, he had a song called Rap Niggas. And he said
one of my favorite songs.
He said that he brought it to Diddy, and Diddy was like, it's missing something.
And that's when he hops on,
Yeah, and he was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He thought it was complete. So they went back to the drawing board with it, and they added different elements, and they brought it back to Diddy, and Diddy was like, oh yeah, now that's it. You know what I'm saying? But for you to be clapping Lauren London and then giving this nigga advice on what to do on the song on his album, that's crazy. That's crazy. If it's true, like I said, it's alleged. It's alleged. And Lauren, the way you've been holding down Nip right now,
I'm disappointed.
It's been man, like you been inspirational,
right?
And for these things to come out, and if it's true, it's crazy.
I'm sad about that.
It's crazy.
Hey, but they had asked Kid Cudi, what did Diddy look like when you saw him? And he was like, he looked like a super villain in a Batman movie.
Oh, y'all thought he was playing when he was playing Joker? When he was off that damn Molly playing Joker?
Evil villain in a superhero movie.
If you ain't know Diddy was high playing Joker, you a fool.
Bro, he was high for a lot of this stuff.
I'm just saying, when I saw him out there doing the Joker, I was like, boy, he had them giraffe. What? Stop. The giraffe chin. He was high as shit that night, boy. Oh, Lord.
And I guess the last thing I got on the topic list, man, prayers up to Joe Biden, our former president. It came out that he's been diagnosed with aggressive stage 4 pancreatic. Is it pancreatic or is it prostate cancer?
Ooh, I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I know it's one of those, man. And people been up in arms about it right now because they like, man, he was going to run for president again, and for it to be at stage 4, you've had to know this for a while. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get hit with stage 4. Like presidents, they get checkups and stuff like that to make sure their health is in order.
Prostate cancer.
Cancer.
Yes.
So, like, I'm sure they was privy to this information. I don't know why they didn't disclose it, but I will say, come on, man, that's personal to anybody. I don't care if you the president or not. That's his business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe
His body, his choice.
Yeah, but where it is, where it is, where people, there's cause to pause for it, is the fact that if you're gonna run this country, we gotta know that you able.
But that's why he sat down. He wouldn't sit down.
But do you think that's when he learned it?
I would say yeah.
I would think so.
I would say so. Yeah.
I would think so. Like, yeah, you can.
What stage is that? Because if he's at stage 4 now,
he probably found out that it was. Come on, it was what, a year ago? Not even a whole year ago. So he
you
probably
think that's when he found out.
Yeah, I definitely would believe it. Because how long did we get with J-Dot when we found out it was full blown?
Yeah, but J-Dot wasn't getting checked regularly. I think for the president, you get
that has good health insurance.
Yeah, you get
at that age. You're supposed to
because
check
they
every year.
but even with the president, like they go through those checks.
Yeah, they have to be in office.
Yeah, they go through those checks.
Sure, and I could see the orange king, whatever he wanted to be.
Modifies his
He's been talking about it too. And he been like,
and he a greasy, fat, funky, dog smelling man.
He's like, man, I have it. They checked me. I have a great bill of health.
He don't have a great bill of nothing.
Everything about him is great.
It's the best.
Great.
They said it's the best health that they've ever seen.
The best health they've ever seen.
He's got muscles and all his pictures.
And guess what? Obamacare didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
You cannot be in better health than Obama, and he's still out here playing basketball. And we ain't never seen you do nothing but golf with your fat, funky ass.
Man, look, I don't want to get away from the point, man. Prayers up to Joe Biden.
Yes.
We've seen cancer take away a lot of
great people in our lives, man.
Cancer is just one of those words that's like such an evil word to me. I hate to hear it.
Hold on, time out. Shout out to my sister Brittany Cusick, Houston. You survived cancer. You're done with chemo. I love you, and I'm so gracious that you are here. No bull. I am so happy.
Yes, sir.
Because we did not go down a tragic road with what you went through. We went down a bumpy road. We lost our brother. You still here, and we still outside acting a fool and living life like a music video, because this is really our life that we see in music videos.
Yes.
Long live.
Keep on living. Keep on living. Shout out to cancer. All of the cancer survivors, and prayers up to anybody that's lost somebody due to that illness. I mean, it's really treacherous, and the way that it's taking out people is crazy, man. It's crazy, and it can happen to anybody. Also, Jim Irsay just passed away too. What did he pass away from?
I don't remember what Jim Irsay passed from.
I think he had some form of cancer too, if I'm not mistaken.
But he was up there.
65 years old.
Damn, that's not even that old.
65, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, and these are people with bread, with money. Like, it don't discriminate. It don't discriminate at all, man. Illness comes in all forms. It affects all types of people, whether you blue collar, white collar, trailer, trash. It don't matter. What was it?
Couldn't find it.
Couldn't find it. See, he's not Reap, guys. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not that good at Googling.
He's not Reap. I can find it. Go ahead. Somebody talk while I do this.
Well, look, let me go ahead and go to the fact I was going to give. My black fact is that Memorial Day is significant to Black history. I need y'all to know that. Mm-hmm. I really hope that President Orange don't try and change Memorial Day from what it is, because he's trying to take Veteran Days away and make it, what did I say, World War II Day?
Victory Day,
whatever he's doing. And it's like, stop doing stuff to let us know how racist you are, sir.
Anything that has a little bit of blackness to it.
Brown. He's
like
brown. Whatever brown it is.
Not white, unfortunately. I'm not trying to come at white people, but y'all know what he's doing.
And y'all can see it. He's playing in y'all face clear as day. Look, that Neanderthal blood is in y'all. Stop calling us monkeys, because y'all is the monkeys. Just let it go, and just understand that in real life, you can't do nothing without us. There's nothing in this country that it is what it is without us. We've seen you take black cities down for being prosperous, for being educational, for being as great as it is.
For succeeding. Redlining, the segregation, everything has been set back.
Y'all let them do it again.
Shit on purpose.
But do me a favor. If you're going to make stuff colored and whites only, please go ahead and do that. Because we already know what we're going to eat at. We already know where the food
where the food's going to be
at.
at.
The brown people going to be with the brown people. And we're going to have all the seasoning. We're going to have all the spice. We're going to have all the Thai, all the Mexican, all the African, the Dominican. Look.
What was the Memorial Day thing?
Look, let's get back to it.
We're going to know who ain't cleaning their chicken right. Y'all just running it underwater.
Yeah. If y'all want to water down jollof rice, go ahead and water down jollof rice. You want to mess with,
basically, diversity is beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Diversity.
It's gorgeous. You learn a lot. I wouldn't cook the way I cook if it wasn't for my Hispanic people and if it wasn't for black people. There's never a person that comes from the Caucasus Mountains that have showed me how to cook a damn thing. Flavorful at that.
And y'all be messing up macaroni. Terrible.
Hey, if you think Kraft macaroni or Velveeta macaroni and cheese is the bee's knees, you're a damn fool.
Y'all be putting raisins in it and stuff.
Hey, raisins is just to be eaten.
Crazy.
That's it. Raisins are raisins.
And the Spanish be putting raisins in arroz con leche, which is where it's supposed to be.
Okay,
that's different. That's different.
That's where it's supposed to be.
And Javi, I'm not gonna let it slide. A couple episodes ago, you said you put mustard in your chili.
Yeah,
that was
secret
wild.
ingredient. Secret ingredient. Y'all need to try that.
I can't speak against that because I've seen people rub mustard on the ribs and then season them. And then when he put it on the grill, it comes out. Vinegar. It comes out bacon. I'm banging, man. I mean,
mustard. I gotta see it. I'll try it, but it was kind of wild when I heard it.
All right, let me get all this history lesson real quick. Sir. In May 1865, shortly after the Civil War, your boy can really read like that. African Americans in Charleston, South Carolina, held one of the earliest known Memorial Day celebrations. Union soldiers and individual graves were decorated in their resting place. So us honoring our fallen soldiers, which the Army and the Navy and anything else I can name, it took y'all forever to give us our props. There were black men. My grandfather actually is from World War II. May he rest in peace. Mr. Robert Jones. Yo, that man was 113, I want to say, when he died, and he was a World War II veteran.
Wow.
And the stuff he used to tell us, the things he came back, that angry black man was angry for a reason because of the way you treated a war veteran. The way you treated the war veterans around him that survived World War II, then Vietnam, anything else after. Bro, y'all never treated those people the way they were supposed to, and they still gave y'all a day. We gave ourselves a day, and then y'all ran with it. Mm-hmm. Nothing in America is what it is. America is black history. American black history. So when you try and sit there and divide everybody and do the things that you do, you're wrong. And if you keep perpetuating the stuff that these people perpetuate, wearing your mask, running out, high hip, hey, do what you do. But remember, there are repercussions for your actions. Yes, sir. And please, like Malcolm X said, be glad that we want equality rather than revenge. Mm-hmm. We don't want revenge. We just want equality. That's it.
Yeah, I was wondering why I was trying to change the name of that. I didn't realize that it had a little black.
Everything has black history. The music, the food.
It makes sense now.
Everything.
Hey, you reminded me of something, man. Kanye apologized. He said he's not anti-Semitic no more. He's been delivered.
Yo, son.
He's been delivered. He said, I talked to God, man. God said he wanted peace. He don't want me to be anti-Semitic no more. He apologized on Twitter, man. So, listen, all my Jewish homies, man, I hope y'all accept Ye's apology. He not anti-Semitic no more.
I talked to some of my Jewish homies, and they was like, he need help. Nobody took nothing he said serious. They was like, he needs help. He's the bipolar.
Yeah,
even the Jewish community is like, that boy need help.
Hey, prayers and thoughts. Get well soon, yeah. Jim Irsay, I guess he passed away. They're saying peacefully in his sleep, right?
But from what?
In his sleep. Fans are resurfacing that he had drug addiction problems. For a 65-year-old to pass away peacefully in their sleep, it sounds like PR to me. You know what I'm saying? He had alcohol abuse issues. He had drug related things. And I don't really want to put that smut on his name, but I will say I seen what y'all did with Rich Homie Quan when he passed away, and y'all got real nasty about things. You know what I'm saying? So when it's a white billionaire owner that passes away, don't give me the peacefully in this sleep thing. You know what I'm saying? I seen what y'all did to Rich Homie Quan. Tell us what it is, my nigga.
Y'all did the same thing to Fredo Santana.
Come on, man.
Y'all did the same thing to Juice WRLD.
Y'all told us Prodigy swallowed an egg and couldn't like get it down in prison. You know what I'm saying? If that's a story y'all want to tell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, y'all told me Epstein passed away, hung himself in the prison. Alright, but you know what I'm saying? If that's what y'all gonna say, I guess that's what I gotta believe, right? Rest in peace.
Pimp C died on his knees praying. Alright.
Rest in peace to Jim Irsay. Javi, do you have a astonishingly odd fact?
Yes. Want to get your guys' opinion on this. So, my odd fact is, did you know that in Finland, speeding tickets are based on income? So, in 2023, actually, a multi-millionaire was fined 123,000 euros for going 80 and 50.
Yep.
Wow.
Sounds fair to me.
It does, because that is like super reckless driving out here. That's a felony.
Yeah.
You're going to jail.
That's a felony.
But if they was to hit them with those fines because of their tax bracket, them Ferraris, them Porsches, them Teslas, and them all them boys, they get bumped. And them $100,000 Hellcats and stuff.
Yeah.
I bet you they slow their ears down.
I like it because here, basically, you get fined the same, whether how much money,
or $200,
which is nothing to a multi-millionaire. But if you're broke, you're like, fuck, man.
$200 ticket is crazy.
Right. So it's like they going to be speeding. So the fact that they made it income based, so it's like you making millions, now it's going to hurt you the same.
Could you imagine
poor people.
Fines?
Yeah.
Based on your income?
Yeah.
The corporation gets
it's not fair. If you think about it, yeah, it's just not fair. Like a fine for me is like way more than it is for a rich person.
A corporation gets a $10,000 fine. I'm like, what do you mean? They're a $100 billion company. Fine them $10 million.
Right.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
For sure. But what I will say is they have to incorporate what we do have over here. And I don't know if it's on a state to state basis, but I know out here, bro, like if you're doing 80 and a 30, bro, that's felony.
You're going to jail.
You're going to jail. And if you get caught doing that multiple times, you're going to jail for a long time.
You go to prison, bro.
You're going to prison for that. And that's your freedom, not just your money. You know what I'm saying? So I hope, like in Finland, y'all not just slapping them with a little fine. Yeah, I hope it's jail time that comes with that, because that's very dangerous what y'all doing. Y'all see these boys, man, like all of these we just had the NFL players that ran into somebody going at a fast rate of speed, trapped the lady in the car with her dog. It got set on fire. They watched her burn. You know what I'm saying? And that affected that individual too. But these are the things that come with that. There's repercussions for your actions, and there's no need for y'all be driving so fast in a hurry to get nowhere.
You're speeding to a red light with your stupid.
I just had this discussion this weekend too. So here's the rules in Illinois. If you're doing 20 miles over the limit, it's a fine for like 120 to 164. Going 21 to 25, that's a small little distance right there. Over the speed limit is like 164. But if you're doing 26 to 34 miles over the speed limit, which is odd numbers, you would think that anything over 25. Yeah, basically. 25 to 34 is a class B misdemeanor.
Mm-hmm.
So you can still do, what's that? If you do the math, 50, add 34 to that, like 90. And that's a class B misdemeanor, which can lead to a $1,500 fine, 6 months in jail. If you're doing 35 over the speed limit, that comes with a $2,500 fine and 1 year in jail. 35 and over. Avoid anything over 25, basically. You could pay your way under 25 miles over the speed limit, but if you're doing 25 over the speed limit, you're facing jail
time. And if it's your first offense, they'll sweep it under the rug. But if you got another one on there, bro, it's over for you.
They're going to bap you.
Yeah. It's over for you. So, man, shout out to Finland.
It's a nice rule.
It's a nice rule.
Finland. Yeah.
Not mad at them for that.
I think it's a lot of things that other countries do that we should incorporate. Shout out to Bernie Sanders, man. He's been on a run right now. I've seen him on several podcasts.
Uncle Bernie, boy.
And I know a lot of people give Andrew Schultz, they give like, y'all be hating on the boy. You know what I'm saying? I know he had Trump over there, but he also recently had Bernie Sanders on his podcast. So he just not just doing it in one direction. He trying to give y'all information from all different type of angles. And they had a really good conversation. They asked some really good questions. So I would advocate for y'all to go and check that podcast out, because Bernie Sanders Bernie
holds it down.
He been doing
time.
his own thing. He got
forever.
If y'all not following him on YouTube, he jumps on YouTube every now and then to tell you about the oligarchy. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Shit's
man.
Real though.
They actually asked him, they're like,
true.
bro, they said, man, tell me you're gonna run for president again. He said, man, I'm too old for that. I can't do it. Y'all thought he was old before. Y'all didn't want to bring. Man, we missed out on a great opportunity to have a really great president.
The world would have been so different.
Man,
No, because he was really trying to drain the swamp. Y'all can holler it, but he was like, I didn't run off no PAC money.
He ran off of the people's
He ran
money.
off the people's money.
For us, by us, Bernie.
Man, it's feel to burn forever, man.
Feel to burn.
Bernie Sanders, man. Shout out to y'all. Once again, man, this has been the Astonishingly Odd Podcast. If you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. Y'all been doing the thing, man. I gotta give y'all
share,
credit,
like,
man.
all that.
Yeah, y'all been doing the thing. Y'all been holding us down. If you listening to us in audio spaces, or if you was unaware, we are on all platforms, no matter what.
You can listen to us while you drive.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? While you at work and the boss don't even know you got your AirPods in. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go listen to your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast.
But if you want to see us on YouTube, appreciate that too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, I go by the name of Astonish.
Javi.
High speed.
And keep checking for us. We'll keep delivering for y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.
White. You see the sign? It's so beautiful. You see
Hey,
the sign?
yeah, they AOP boys. The boys is back in town forever. We ain't going nowhere forever.
Everywhere.
We here to stay. You dig?
Sir.
We'll catch y'all next week, man. Peace.
Astonishing.